event with a spectacular, smoke-filled, tire-burning marathon of donuts and drift sequences with the infamous Ken Block. Marathon already has a unique place in sporting history as the birthplace of the longest race of them all. But now it welcomes the event where the only things that get burned out are the tires, and where winning isn't all about speed.
Welcome to Marathon, Gymkhana GRiD.
Late on Thursday, we welcomed the cars to the seaside. The convoy led by the head hoonigan in charge himself, Ken Block. And it was a spectacle that literally left its mark as the top men of the field of Gymkhana laid down their trademark rubber on the beach road. Ken Block was joined by a likely bunch, looking to be king of the gym with the likes of world, European, and X Games champion, including Petter Solberg, Liam Doran, Luke Woodham, and Andreas Backarud. Welcome to a historic location, just 30 minutes outside of Athens, Greece, where the marathon was invented. This is Marathon Greece, where just 5 years ago we began with Gymkhana GRiD. This brings us to an iconic location, a brainchild of Ken Block and Monster Energy. I'm Jared Deanna, and I'm proud to have announced every single one, with drivers from England, local Greek drivers, and of course, gunning for Ken Block, we have a variety of drivers, all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive, all here to do battle. But first, I throw it to my co-host, Colby West, who's with multiple Rallycross champion, multiple WRC champion, Petter Solberg.
All right, thanks, Jared. So, this is your first time doing this event. You're new to it. How do you feel?
Well, it's good fun. You know, a lot of action and a lot of sliding and using massive amount of tires. So, but you know, we are here to attack, but obviously we have to try to win it, you know.
Yeah, of course. Take us through the course. Tell us all about your technique for it and take us through the actual thing.
Well, obviously this is very different compared with rally or rallycross.
Yep.
If you take on from the right line, you know, flat out, up to third gear, down to second gear, long right, and tightens into sometimes first or second. 30 meters, tight hairpin left to tightens into 10 meters, tight hairpin right, long long left, who opens a little bit and tightens. Do you want me to continue? Or?
Yeah, keep going. you got to do the whole thing. You should know this by now.
Yeah, and then tightens through a very special thing, you know, with the pins, tight hairpin left. Then over to the left through the like hay bales, hairpin right, 30 meters. Open hairpin right, that tightens a little bit. 50 meters.
Almost there.
Tight hairpin left, who double tightens, opens to keep left into a tight hairpin left, to double tightens through a cone, and then fast 80 meters straight into hairpin left that continues for a little bit over 2 laps, and then straight into finish.
So, if Petter is new to this event, there's one man who is not new to this event. The man, the hoonigan man, Ken Block.
But I have to argue at that point that he's actually been sliding cars around for probably about 10 years longer than I've even been racing cars.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, he was actually already world champion before I even got into a rally car. So I mean, it's always been cool for me, an honor to even be on the same roads with Petter. Great to have him out here competing with us.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the event so far? I mean, it's built up so big. It's massive.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. They've done such a good job here in Greece. Monster Energy has always put really good effort into these events and made it really fun for not only me, but all the competitors. So I love coming out and doing these. I get to slide my race car around for a couple of days and do a little competition, interact with some great fans. So it's been really fun so far.
And how do you feel about your chances of winning?
This weekend we actually have some quite quick people out there. There's some very, very good guys that have earned their way into racing, some good locals, and we have Petter and Liam here. So I think it's going to be quite interesting. Petter and Liam are awfully quick. The times are all quite close, but you know, I think in the end it's going to be about who can lay the right times down at the right time. So I'm gonna try my hardest.
Hello, I'm James Thorne, joining Gerard Deander here in the commentary box. And if there was any doubt that multiple world champion Petter Solberg was going to be the man to beat, he quickly dispelled that in the first round of top 16 battles.
As we see our first battle here in the all-wheel drive, and that is Petter Solberg against Rico Taco.
Yeah, so Rico Taco, he was the guy who said he kind of just brought his Evo 9. It's a car that he uses for training people. Oh my word, can I just...
Yeah, my good launch of Rico Taco right now, because he just got smoked.
Oh my word,
Oh
the pickup
goodness.
on that Citroen Zara. Sorry, I was saying, Rico Taco, he brought his Evo 9. He's actually sponsored by Mini, up to the point that, even to the point that the local dealership invited him in for a photo shoot and gave him a Mini to borrow for the whole week. And he had to say, hat in hand, I'm sorry guys, I actually brought my Evo 9 because my Mini's still being worked on, and you know, it's his European rallycross car. So he's brought this Evo, and it's Class E, so it's totally stock. He's got a restricted turbo inlet on it. It's a 2-litre, so it was before the restrictions in rally that said he had to go down to 1.6. So he said himself he's actually bought the wrong vehicle for it. But let's talk about Petter Solberg.
Yeah, no, I believe you're talking about Rico, because all sides are saying that Rico will get knocked out.
Well, let's give all the info.
This might be the last we're going to see of Rico,
Yeah.
because Solberg, look at that time lapse.
He's
1 minute flat.
He's the only guy to
Look at
have
the start
broken the
again.
1 minute barrier. He's got it down to, I think he even got like a 58, 59. He's got the fastest lap of anyone so far. Let's get a quick...
Boom goes the dynamite.
The launch on that is absolutely insane.
Not that Ken Block, the man who created this whole crazy event, planned to be outshone, as he became the first to break the 1 minute barrier.
So here we go, our final battle, top 16 Gymkhana GRiD. You have Vasilis Velinis and Ken Block. Ken Block in the faster lane of the two. Lifting that back left. You can see that nose just dipping in. Here comes Ken. Around the triple stack barrel tower. Through the baller. Velinis not too far behind as
Yeah,
Ken
giving
gets
it
into
everything he's got.
Yeah.
Well, when you're in a position where you're going up against one of the biggest names in motorsport, the head hoonigan himself, you are going to give it everything you've got. I mean, for Velasquez, potentially, this is, you know, this is a great moment to race against one of his peers, and he's going to give it absolutely everything, and he's not that far behind. I think we all knew it was going to be a struggle, this race for him. This is seed number 2 against seed 15. This should be one of the easier races for Ken, but Velasquez is giving him a really good run for his money. But he's gone super wide there, getting pretty excited. The foot has gone flat to the deck, too much gas. The wheels are spinning, trying to pull him in too hard, and I think you can see from his driving language there into the finish gate.
59. He broke the minute. It was a 59.94 for Ken Block. He broke and went sub 1 minute.
Let's be straight, 1 minute here for all-wheel drive is like the Wright brothers learning to fly. This is like groundbreaking
Right,
stuff.
That's
Too much?
aggressive. That's too much. Too much.
There would be plenty of drama in the all-wheel drive competition later, but in the rear-wheel drive battle, even the best found trouble, as Danny Cross and last year's hero, Marco Pallion, both made mistakes. But there was nothing to split Adam Elder and Luke Woodham in the first run of the final. It all came down to the last run.
And here we go. These are the finals. Who's going to get on top of the box? Elder or Woodham? All right, there is Woodham. You can see the lights ablaze, as are the tires. Woodham throwing some flames.
Both these guys are relatively young in the world of this sport, both younger drivers in age and amount of time they've been driving cars. Both of these guys, I would say, pretty evenly matched, and the times are absolutely living up to their names that is done in the times.
Yeah, you can see that visually. It looks like they are neck and neck. Yeah, but the clock does not lie.
No,
I'm seeing them drive clean. I'm not seeing any mistakes. They're excuse me. They're not hitting any obstacles.
No.
Nice job there.
So
Woodham.
anything, Woodham just ahead of Adam. This is it. This is the moment. It's all been down to the double donut around this final obstacle and into the finish gate.
And Luke Woodham gets out of it first as Elder comes into the finish box. 101.40 and 103.9. So Luke Woodham on that other side, that course 1, lane 1, proves to be quick again. James, are we seeing a three-peat here from Luke Woodham? And it is, it's a three-peat for Luke Woodham in the Monster Energy S14. He grabs the victory at $5,000. His, obviously, body language speaks volumes. Man, Elder, second place.
I can't believe it.
Unfortunately, man, unbelievable.
I can't believe it. He was so fast in qualifying. He was so motivated, so confident. He had the right attitude. Everything was coming together, and I'm genuinely surprised that Woodham's taken it there in the final, and not just by a short amount. He's really had a big lead on him throughout that whole match.
Yeah, unbelievable. There it is. Danny Elder still giving him thumbs up.
The all-wheel stars found a course that was ready to bite them, as James Stephens. Local hero and leading Greek competitor Panos Kirkos. And defending champion Dimitri Shribny all suffered. But the real action was still to come in the semi-finals.
And look at that, FIA World Champion, NBD, no big deal.
Yep. Well, I don't know if you've been up to scratch, but Petter Solberg has won FIA World Rallycross twice, 2 years running. This year in Norway, he came out of the Joker lap and he just plowed, like no cares given, plowed into his competitor who he knocked off the course, and he got a DNF. He lost all of his points for that round. He was leading the series, and I think he probably would have won it for a third year straight. Currently sat in second. He's got one more in Argentina that he's got to go to, and he's hoping he's going to take second. So here he is to prove himself still a winner, and he's out to win. He wants to win everything he possibly can now that he knows that he's lost his title in World Rallycross.
Well, you know, the murmurs among the pit were, you know, coming in yesterday and the day before in practice, everyone was saying Petter's the guy to beat. Like, just seeing his times, seeing how poised he is, and just the confidence. And it's Petter Solberg.
Yeah. The thing with, wow, there you go.
1 minute, 59.4.
Living up to his reputation. The thing about rally driving is you need the experience. Your first year on the series, it's your first time. You know, you get to do a couple of sighting times through the course, but over the years, you become more and more aware of what corner's coming up, and you get used to it and you learn the courses. This guy with 460 stage wins, he's so experienced, and for him to learn this course must be a piece of cake, because he's had to learn, you know, like miles and miles and miles of countryside tracks.
Right. He doesn't have a navigator with him though. Usually have your navigator.
A lot of these guys have spotters who are in the grandstands, and they're actually radioing in and telling them where to go. Predominantly, apparently, it's keep it tight, go fast. What else can you say?
I want to keep it loose. I'm just going to throw it out there, yeah. But as we've heard, Petter has gotten lost. He admitted to that, so every dog has its day, or unfortunately every Petter has a bad day.
Yeah, it just goes to show how confusing this course can be.
Look at this. We are fairly equally matched right now. Oh, no, sorry. Forgot about that. That's two go-rounds. That's two. As Petter brings it home. And there it is, sub 2 minutes.
Oh,
another 59 point. Look at that. 59.44 on his first run and 59.45. That is 1/10,000th of a second, or one, I don't even know.
Back-to-back sub 2 minutes.
Yeah, hundredths of a second. Look it, gotta love Mr. Hollywood. It says Mr. Hollywood along the backside of his suit, and just living up to it.
So, to the second semi-final, Liam Doran against Ken Block.
All right, here we go. Doran, Liam Doran, Ken Block.
Okay.
As Liam Doran gets a big jump there.
And Ken has not even started. What is going on here? Someone's running over.
And now that it seems that Ken Block,
Ken's door's open.
Ken's door, Andreas Baccarou talking to him. What has gone on?
I mean,
So Doran going through the course.
what do you think he's saying? Push me. I need a jump start.
No, he's saying she didn't wave the flag. He's trying to get to Andreas and saying she didn't raise the flag. So I wonder if I don't want to say they'll do a restart, because Doran, I mean, he's running a good time right now.
He must be wondering what's going on. Look at the smoke from his tires. Oh my word, he is fully lit right there. That car is full tilt. And look at this styling round here. All 4 wheels lit up. Green lights coming out the front of that car. How can he see where it's going? That was fast.
I'm wondering what they're going to do with Ken Block here.
Okay, let's take a replay to find out what happened. So one flag goes down.
So yeah, she just put it down, and then the girl on the left, she's about to go back. She almost got hit.
Oh my word! And she's okay. So there's some indecision there. They were both waiting for each other to go. Ken didn't get a clear indication that the course was open and ready for him.
1 minute dead. Wow, 1:0:01.
Okay, that's a bit of pressure on Ken. That's pretty much the best time that Ken's put down.
So yeah, it looks like we are getting word that he will do a solo run. So he's got a solo run here. We're gonna watch his independent solo run. He has to beat 1 minute, but remember, this is only the first half. So Ken Block goes up by himself.
Well, I tell you what, this is a great opportunity for us to really focus on Ken and check out his driving style.
So he wraps around the bollard, into and around that second sweeper, into the asterisks. Well done there, lights it up.
Okay, this is a real tight turn. You want to get those wheels straight up as quickly as possible, straight line to around the boat. Again, straighten up, straight here. Try and draw a straight line into that double cyclone.
So wraps it around the second one. Oh, and he does nudge that barrel.
No. Okay, I mean, talking about psychology, sat there in that start gate and being mortified that the flag hasn't been flown properly, that pressure has taken its toll. It's left the doors wide open for Liam.
So Ken Block parks it. That's a 59.47.
Okay, so it was faster. It was a faster time, but I do believe he's picked up a 2-second time penalty. Let's take a replay.
Yeah, here is the replay. You see him go in, and right there, he runs over it. All right, so now this is the second portion of this battle. Ken Block, Liam Doran, a second separates these two gentlemen. Now they are switching sides with Block in lane 2 and Liam Doran in lane 1. Again, a second is what Liam Doran has an advantage over Ken Block.
So Ken Block in his first run, taking a 2-second penalty, which has now put him behind. He's got to make up for that time in this second round. And this time, it's Liam's turn to wait in that start gate, and he is off.
So it's going to come down to the clock now because, oh no, and Ken Block.
So what's happened here?
Shut it down. Oh my, that is going, oh no.
Stalling.
For Block, as Liam Doran looks like he will be advancing to the finals as long as he keeps it together here. And regardless, even if he gets a DNF, Doran will still have that advantage after that first run.
That is true. There you go, a huge turn of events there. What a curveball. Who could have predicted that?
No.
We were chatting it, we were trying to predict it, and we said, you know, Liam's the young gun coming into this. He's the least experienced of the two drivers here. If anything, it's going to be Liam who's making a mistake, but he put the pressure on that first round. Ken didn't get that flag raised in his first run and felt like he needed to make some sort of complaint and make a stance.
Yeah, a bit of a wacky turn of events there for this Final Four battle, and here is where it all went wrong for Ken Block. You see him just shut it down. Just shut it down. So unfortunately, it looks like he lost power and said, you know what? Let's just light him up.
You did it. You're in the finals. How's it feel?
Yeah, after not getting any practice today, accidentally, didn't really expect this to be happening. You know, I was fast yesterday, but these guys in practice today were going super fast, way faster than I was yesterday. So I was pretty nervous coming into the battles, and it's kind of gone my way for once. Ken obviously made some mistakes, and it went my way. What I was going to say, he probably would have beaten me if he hadn't made the mistakes, but I've been in exactly this position before. So.
You feel confident going against Petter?
No, not at all. Petter's the best driver in the world as far as I'm concerned, and he's driving the perfect car for this. And the only way I'm going to get him is to go and mess with his head a little bit now before he starts, and he might make a mistake. But apart from that, I don't think I'll be able to beat him. But I'll give it a go. I'm here to do what I can, so why not?
So the finals are here. All-wheel drive. Monster Energy Gymkhana GRiD finals. Liam Doran versus Petter Solberg. Here we go.
We're about to find out. Look at the tactics there. Liam giving him a real head start, but the speed and acceleration on the launch from Liam there, absolutely flying out the start gate.
So there goes Liam Doran, a bit of a wide swing, but then tightens it up around the triple barrel into the bollard. Nice job and execution by Liam Doran. Now remember, that delayed launch there, visually it looks like he's behind, but the clock does not lie. Around that asterisk cone, and Liam Doran keeps it tight. The green light illuminates that pallet wall. Now, around the ship he goes. Petter Solberg, obviously, ahead of Liam Doran into the first portion of the cyclone.
Yeah, so these two guys both known for having sub 1 minute, but here at the final, can they both put it together? Liam staying so tight around that second spiral in the cyclone there. And look, Petter actually catching up, haven't had that jump.
And there goes Petter Solberg. Yeah, I mean, great execution there by Liam Doran. 58.6, our first 58. And Petter Solberg, as I said, faster and faster. The conditions, it's getting colder, but he still keeps the track hot. 58.62 for Petter Solberg. Like I said, NBD, FIA World Champion on the back. Just to let you know, check out that tramp stamp on the back. Real quick, look at Liam Doran staging back quite a bit. Yeah. That's a lot of distance between him and that green flag. We're ready to send it here.
And when
for
it comes
the
down
final
to
time, the Monster Energy Gymkhana GRiD Marathon Greece. It's been a marathon, not a sprint, but these guys will be sprinting towards the finish box. Petter Solberg breaks out, and now Liam Doran finally leaves the start line.
Yeah, Liam giving a big head start there, and it's the psychology of being the guy chasing that he's hoping is going to make him faster. There's tenths of seconds in this. Every little thing they can do to try and get their time faster, they've got to do it right now. Petter Solberg, one of the fastest guys in the world. I think he's got more titles to his name, more race wins than anyone else out here on the track. Can he live up to that? He was, coming into this, people didn't know how he was going to compete, but he is one of the fastest men in the world. He's fast on tarmac, he's fast on dirt.
A long list of accolades, but this is his first ever Gymkhana GRiD. It's Petter Solberg gonna lock it in right now as the fireworks are ablaze. Petter Solberg in the slower lane. Remember, they had that delayed start as they go into that spool. Liam Doran taking out Ken Block. Can he take out Petter Solberg? And here comes Petter into the finish box. But here comes Liam, 59.1, 59.8. So, 0.7 seconds difference. Let's go to the officials.
Yeah, even they're confused.
Look at Petter.
Petter's out of his car. He doesn't know who's won.
And it looks like Petter Solberg gets the victory. Petter Solberg on top of his roof, almost falling off. But the dance continues for Petter Solberg. Again, all eyes were on him. The competitors saw it coming. And for the first time ever, Petter Solberg enters Gymkhana GRiD, and he gains another title and a sweet trophy.
And look how much it means to him. This is a guy who's won numerous rallies throughout his career, rallycross as well. He's come to Gymkhana GRiD. He said he was nervous. He said he wanted to win, and look how stoked he is.
Well, there's your winners right there. Rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. Woodham and Solberg are your champions here at Gymkhana GRiD, Marathon Greece.
Petter Solberg smoking it up, and he was joined on the winner's podium by Luke Woodham, taking the rear-wheel drive crown. Solberg showing him what it meant to win this event after a really great day of tyre shredding action in front of a sellout crowd in Marathon Greece. So, from me, James Thorne, and colleagues Gerard Deanda and Kobe J. West, we'll see you next time.